Right, Dan, you send me these two fans here. What's in it? Tell me.
Okay, included in the box is your roof blaster, solar powered roof vent, which is a turtle vent, a can vent, an RVO vent, as far as the roofer slang would be. So included in the box, you've got your vent, you've got your instructions. For this box here, we've sent some promotional stuff for Dimitri and Roofing Insights, but every box does not include that. But what it does include is the instructions, your warranty, and information about the vent itself, and then more information about solar powered roofing also.
And you package it yourself. I've seen last time I had a Zoom with you. You took me through your office, and I've seen lady packaging. Looks like in a garage.
Building. These are all hand built. What you have here is a 14 gauge aluminum base, no seam on the base like you see all the RVOs. So for a flat roof application, that would work.
That looks very small. This looks like a computer fan, not like a roof fan.
That's exactly what it is. It's on the space shuttle. It's an industrial case fan.
Really?
It's industrial, made for roofing, made for this job. Yes.
So not used to it. Everything I see roofing and fans, like this one right here, I have. I mean, look at that thing. The all turbine.
Well, that's a turbine.
So how does this compare to that?
Okay, so you want to know the whole scope? Okay, sure. So I'm a former roofing contractor, 30 years in business in Seattle, Washington. So tell me a place where venting and leaking are very important to get right. Mm-hmm. And one day I was looking at the metal vents because I never used plastic. I was already installing, and I saw this little kerf, which is a strengthening kerf. So yes, just by way of history, and I saw this little kerf in here. And I was looking at this vent and I thought, you know, I could put a fan in there. I could put a solar panel on top of that, and I'd have a solar powered roof vent. Mm-hmm. Now I'd have the vent that's already mandated and required by code, and now I would solar power it. So it's covering two jobs. It's a hybrid. It's covering the mandate by the manufacturer, by the city and local codes, by the National Building Code, and now it's also solar powered.
I've seen solar fans before. Usually they're way, way bigger. The panel is bigger and the fan is bigger. Yours are smaller. This is smaller and this is smaller.
How many vents do we typically have on a roof?
Well, one every, so it's probably 4 or 5 on average.
4 or 5. As a general rule of thumb, there's calculations that all the roofers use.
Yeah, per 150 square feet.
Exactly, precisely. Yeah. I do it a little different. I just go about one for every 600 square feet of roof area, and then you get pretty close to the code.
This will replace 4 regular vents?
Yes. No, this will not. You still need 4 vents. You still need 4 vents. What we're doing is solar activating the convective system.
I see.
The convective loop. Cool air intake, hot air exhaust. Boosting the air in a code mandated fashion.
I see. So same amount of vents.
Same amount of vents.
But isn't it overkill?
Why? When we talk about
why? Okay, my question is, why do they install 4 regular vents? Why that is a code? Because if you install those 4 vents, it's a code. Right. You're compliant, you're not violating any rules, you're doing bare minimum. This is way better, but isn't it overkill?
Oh, I love this. Here's why. Okay, as a roofing contractor, I tore off wood shingle roofs, right? Yeah. Underneath is what? Lath, right? Yeah. Okay, and then I put plywood over the top. And what happens in the cold months of the year when we've got no convective movement? The plywood's warping. Okay, or the insulation isn't proper, or they're doing a lot of cooking inside, maybe moisture coming up through. This boosts and move that air out with the moisture in those cool winter days. Now, the other thing it does is protect the insulation. You have moisture that sits on top of the insulation, and over the years, tamp down. That's why you start out with this much insulation, 10 years later, you have this much. That morning dew, this removes that.
I see. What's in the second box?
Okay, when I started thinking about solar ventilating a ridge vent, I wanted a true ridge vent. I'd seen some solar vents that were grabbing air from halfway down in the attic space. So what this is designed to, this is actually a shed application. I sent you something a little smaller than our larger 10 watt, 3 fan power plant that goes up inside the ridge vent. So what this does is mounts underneath the ridge vent here, connects to the fan you see
Computer
here.
fan.
This is an 80 millimeter 2-ball bearing high-speed fan.
Okay.
This is not a sleeve bearing. This is not a single bearing. This is an industrial fan. 50,000 hours. That's 9 hours a day for 15 years rated.
Wow.
So we've got some straps inside the box here.
So can I connect it?
Sure.
Let me see it work.
So we've got a couple little
Straps.
Those straps will go into the fan, bend over onto the ridge, and then hold the fan in place and blow the air up through the ridge vent. So great application here for a shed or used in multiples.
Why my light is not powering it? Can we step outside?
Your light's not going to power that. It's solar powered. It requires sunshine.
Oh, look.
Away she goes.
Need more sun.
So point her into the sun. Yeah, it'll take off.
Oh, wow. It moves the air.
It moves air. Now this is our small 3 watt fan, 39 CFM. So we can run calcs in your attic. We can divide it by the amount of fans that we have. Average roof, if done by code, will replenish the air in the attic in its entirety every 6 minutes.
So I actually have a shed here. Let's walk to the shed. Will this be enough for this, or I need something bigger?
Okay, so what we do is we will calculate. We'll go length times width times height. We'll come up with the cubic feet in the shed. We'll divide that by 39, and we'll see how often this fan will replenish the air in its entirety in this shed.
So I probably need something bigger for this, right? There's no way.
No, let's do the calcs.
Okay.
So we've got 6 10-foot by 10 times 8. 10 times 10, 100 times 8. What do we got? So here, I'll just throw it on my calculator.
Sure.
Okay. 10 times 10 times 8. 800 cubic feet.
Okay.
Divided by 39 CFM. Every 20 minutes, this fan will replenish the air in this shed in its entirety.
Really?
Yes. There's the math.
So this is enough.
That's enough. Well, if you want more of a replenishment, you put another fan on.
So what about the big guy? How
Same.
fast?
That's a 39 CFM, so about the same.
Oh,
so if we divide that by our 96 CFM fan, so our 10 times 10 times 8 equals 800 cubic feet divided by 96 every 8 minutes with our big fan. That'll make your hair blow back. Yeah. Here, try it on me.
I like it.